this video, let us see how to deploy a Flask application on Vercel. So this is the project that we're gonna deploy on Vercel. Here if we type any Python program here, that is print hello world, and if we click on run button, it will display the output in the browser itself. This is just a sample Python IDE that I have developed using the Flask application. Here you can see it is running on the port 8080. So let me open the project files in the Visual Studio Code. Further, let me type code, and the directory I want to open is the current directory. So this is the app.py file. Let me close that one. Let's also close this Docker file. Here we need to create a file called the vercel.json file. So let me create a file, vercel.json. This is the file that we will use to deploy the Flask application on the Vercel. So I will provide the template for this Vercel file. You can just copy and paste here. You can check the template in the description. So this is the template that we will have to use. Here in the source, you can say we give you a file name app.py. You just have to rename it with your Python file. Here you can see this is the Flask server that is defined here. So let me go to the Vercel file, and below that we use the Vercel Python, and for the routes we use all the routes. That's why we have used the asterisk, and for the destination give your app name again app.py file. After we have created the vercel.json file, we need to create another file, that is build.sh. Here you need to have the requirements.txt file, that is the pip install -r. Make sure you have a requirements.txt file that defines all the Python dependencies that need for your project. Pip install -r requirements.txt file. Make sure you type the requirements correctly, then only the requirements will install. After we install the requirements, we need to install the build essential. So this is it. Next we need to have the, so these are the three files that we need to deploy this Flask application on the Vercel. This is the script file. Make sure you have the requirements and provide all the dependencies there. This is our requirements file. So we have a small correction here. This is build essential, not essentials. Let's clear the yes and save that file. After we have created these files, make sure you upload all your project files to the GitHub. So let's create a GitHub repository now. Let's give you a name for your repository. Here you can see I have uploaded all the project files to this GitHub repository. Make sure you upload all your project files to this GitHub repository, then continue watch the video. Next, open a new tab and type Vercel and click on sign up. Here click on the sign up and select I am working on personal projects. Give your name here. Let me type my name and continue ahead. Here continue with GitHub. This is the easiest way that you can create your account on Vercel. Now you say authenticating. Now we have created the account on this Vercel using the GitHub. Here you can see all the repositories here. If you scroll down, you can see we have a repository that we have created and making it servo. Let me import the repository. Give your project name if you want. So let me leave that as default. You don't have to do anything. We have already created the files that we need to deploy this on the Vercel. So you just click on the deploy button. So let me click on the deploy button. The Vercel will automatically do everything based on the files that we have created. You can see that it says build logs. Let's expand that. You can see that it's installing all the required dependencies that we have defined in the requirements.txt file. Just leave a few minutes now. It will deploy our Flask application right now. Here you can see now our project has been deployed successfully to the Vercel. If you want to open this in the new tab, just click on the image now. So just click on here. Here you can see this is our URL and the project has been successfully deployed. Let's try our Python code now. Print hello world. And let's click on run button. You can see that it gives the output properly. Now our Flask application is deployed successfully. If you want to change the domain name, click on add a domain here. Here if you have a domain, type the domain here. So let me type id.internetq.live and select add. After you add this record to your domain provider, the domain will be added successfully to the Vercel. So this is how you add a domain to this Vercel after you have deployed your projects. If you want the source code of this ID, I will provide the link in the description. You can check that out. So this is how you deploy a Flask application on Vercel, and I will continue in the next